With Nick Kiprios, Kelly Rudy, Elliotte Friedman. Elliotte, you mentioned at the get-go this evening that the shooting percentage for Pittsburgh's been the secret of their success. It's really unbelievable. No shots through great stretches and almost 5 goals for the second consecutive game. 1 disallowed, or to be 5 again in a 4-1 win, Kelly.
Well, we know Nashville likes to play an aggressive style of hockey. That's okay, but they had a terrible start to the third period. You go, and there's no reason for Yossi to jump into this play. The puck's just going to get chipped by him. And then away goes Russ. He gets an awkward angle shot. Terrible rebound by Rene. Goes right on his stick to Gensel. 10 seconds in, about 3 minutes later, Austin Watson, way too aggressive. 2-on-1, Kessel to Wilson. Now they get a good break here. It goes off the skate of Vernon Fiddler behind Rene. And then overly aggressive again, seconds later, leads to a 2-on-1 for Malkin. And just rips it by Rene here. So they have to pick their spots a little bit better in game 3.
Meanwhile, at the other end, Matt Murray was saving the Penguins, and particularly at the end of the first period, they had 6 shots in the last 39 seconds, and he kicked them all out, many of them with a very high degree of difficulty. Okay, guys, I'm going off the board here, okay? The Conn Smythe Trophy, if Pittsburgh wins 2 more games, there has been twice in Major League Baseball history where more than one player was named the World Series MVP. In 2001, it was Curt Schilling and Randy Johnson, and in 1981, it was Ron Cey, Pedro Guerrero, and Steve Yeager of the Dodgers. I think if the Penguins win the Cup, they should give the MVP to both Fleury and Murray, and they share the Conn Smythe.
That's very cool. I had never even considered that or thought of that.
But hold it. You're on the committee that votes this thing.
Yes.
Can that even happen?
Now, a Sportsnet employee, Chris Johnston, is like the guy who's responsible for the voting. I texted him tonight and asked him, could we even consider this? So if Pittsburgh wins, I would like to know if I could make my vote do that.
Okay. Nick, Rene.
Jake Gensel might have something to do with it before the series is over.
I'm not knocking Gensel, but I'm just saying those 2 guys are the reason.
Rene was a Conn Smythe candidate coming into this series,
Yes.
and everything's just finding a way past him.
Well, and you watch the difference out of these 2 guys, and Matt Murray, the best way I can describe him is flawless. And yet now we're seeing so much leakage out of Pekka Rinne. And that is the difference to me in this series, is that we see this as a critical moment. It's a redirect, and look at Murray. Calm, cool, collected, sealed up, no holes. And then we saw the Wilson goal go in, the third one in game 2, the one with Fiddler in front of the net, and that one finds a way to go through Pekka Rinne. That, to me, is the biggest difference so far in these 2 games.
And contempt. We started to see a little bit of contempt tonight.
We did, and we saw it elevate to the point where 2 superstars got into it during a commercial break. We saw this. And watch the official 71 here. That's Brad Kovachuk. And I love the fact that he just stepped out of the way. Right? And listen, I'll take this any day of the week over the stick work that we've seen throughout the playoffs here. I thought it was a good move to let these guys go, alleviate some of that pressure of payback. We saw a little bit of stick work at the end of the game, of course, on a 4-1 score, but I thought that helped alleviate some of that payback going into game 3.
You also agreed with Don that Pittsburgh looks a little out of gas, but they get the goaltender who's fresh, providing them with the rescue. Really something to see Nashville have the boots put to them in the third period tonight. Now they go wear the boots. That's kind of their deal. See, if, when the shoe's on the other foot, it helps them out Saturday night.